What's up guys, today I will make a tier list. What the fuck is that?
What is that? What is that?
I'll make a tier list for the best mid lane in season 14. First, we have Ahri, which is a solid B tier for high elo. She's not too bad, but not too good also. Akali, S tier as per usual. Broken champ, broken lane, broken assassination, broken everything, right? What is even a counterplay to Akali? What can you pick against Akali? Nothing probably. Next we have Akshan, which I also consider S tier. Akshan's pretty broken right now, I don't know why no one plays him, maybe because he's boring. And Nivea, I think it's kinda good, but people are also just kinda another champ that is boring, so no one wants to play him. NA is OP, another champ that is too boring, so no one wants to play it. Classic. Aurelian is kinda bad, but he's getting changed next patch. Asia. Cancer! Broken. And they actually nerf him next patch, that's how broken he is. Imagine Riot nerfs Asia. For solo queue also. That's how broken this champ is. Maybe after the 10th nerf or change, we can finally make this champion actually balanced. Bart! Don't gangplank yourself if you play Bart, by the way. Don't do it. Cassio is probably better on top lane than mid lane, but I think she's still kinda good in certain matchups especially. Corki! I can't actually believe it, but Corki is an S tier champion right now. Because Mana Moon Eclipse Maligma combo. You ultimate and you deal 5000 damage because everything procs on your ultimate with Eclipse, Mana Moon and Maligma. I would consider Asia best champ, then Corki, then Akali, then Akshan. Diana is okay, but it's also just too simple to play. Like, these champs are just too simple, so they will never be that effective in high elo. Echo is too niche, he's too niche. Like, he's good, but he's too niche. You actually need to be OTP for this, but I would still consider him stronger than before. That's for sure. Next is Fizz. Solid B tier after getting nerfed for how often? 20 times? So Fizz is nerfed 20 times and other champs are not. I mean before he was obviously kind of broken. Like I would still not consider him S tier. I would consider him a solid B tier last place now. Except low elo. This list is obviously for high elo, so I wouldn't consider this a good champion now. Next is Galio. I think Galio is actually decent in some scenarios. I would consider him also B tier, but like a better B tier. Heimatdinger is not even a mid laner anymore. Hüvei. Why did Riot buff this champ 20 times in a row? Oh, because it's a new champion. It's still bad. Yeah, Hüvei is bad. Yeah, Hüvei is bad, bro. Keep inhaling that copium, bro. Hüvei is literally one of the best champs right now in mid lane by far. If you have actually hands and you don't just like walk into like a talon without E up. I would even consider him S tier now. The more you play him, the more you realize how disgusting this champion actually is. And actually like damage wise potential. That champ damage is not normally. Aurelia, I think Aurelia is pretty good also. If you OTP especially. People thought Aurelia is like bad, but it's actually pretty OP. Jace. Pretty OP damage wise. Another champ that, I mean, you kinda need to know what you're doing, but he's insane broken in my opinion, damage wise especially. I would even consider him S tier kinda, because he's actually like playable into anything. I would actually consider him S tier. I mean, Gragas mid is kinda niche, but it's still kinda good. We all know why. Gragas is just overbuffed once again, so I would consider him A tier for sure. Karma, nice champion. Good buff, Riot, good buff. Kassadin! Solid trash champion D tier. Anything above that is actually skilled. Like if you actually know how to lane, everything beats Kassadin. Unironically, you need to go full tank, Doran Shield, Second Wind, Fleet to even survive laning phase. Then you need to go full tank, Rod of Ages, Seraph to even get to the scaling point. And then even if you scale, most champs outscale you anyway. What a great champion. I mean, I would still consider him not that bad. Like, probably still B tier. Or like A tier. Like, definitely under these champs. I think Echo is way better than Kassadin in every aspect. Like, maybe like A tier if you play against free APs. You can free scale. And B tier if you play against like shit champs. And C tier if you play against Talon Akshan anyway. Because how are you gonna lane versus Talon Akshan? How are you gonna lane? You need to go Doran Shield, Fleet, Second Wind and sit in turret and do nothing and then get out roamed and you lose the game before you even scale. But don't worry guys, this champ is pretty fun and good for the game and definitely healthy design. Kappa Klaus Jungus Deluxe edition. I'll put him in B since it's like low elo champ anyway, so. Katarina S tier, if you know what you're doing and you're sexy like me. I would still consider her the weaker S tier champ, but she's definitely fucking good right now.
I mean, sure, laning phase is non-existent still. Unironically, non-existent laning phase, no matter what you play against. You can't lane against anything. But the moment you get Lich Bane and you get one good fight, you will just anal everyone and one-shot everything. Get her better than Annie, because Annie, no one plays Annie. No one plays Annie, that's why she's A tier. If people actually figured out how broken Annie in reality is, she would probably be like around like here. Karthus. Can I consider this a mid laner? That champ has so good potential to be a good mid laner and actually fun and wholesome and skilled, but Riot refuses to actually make him a mid laner and like actually make him dependent on hitting Q instead of just being an ult bot. Kayle is actually decent. I would consider A if you know what you're doing. Of course, if you play against Annie or Azi, of course you can't fucking do shit. But if you get a good matchup, you can actually have kind of impact. And she definitely outscales kassadin in every aspect, especially because of her ult. Yeah, the only thing that is shit is the match resist, that's true. Her base match resist is so low. But if you play against something and you have like an IQ point, you can kind of survive. Cannon mid is actually hidden OP. I don't know why no one plays this. Another champ that is like S tier if people actually figured out how to play this. This is legit busted. Like how OP is Cannon AP ratios, by the way. Did you even know that? Like you can literally one-shot someone with QW if you go like AP build. Xante broken as per usual. Ultra OP neutralizing pick. If you play against something like Azir, Akali, Hyvai, just pick Xante, you win. Another tank player mid lane, epic. LeBlanc A tier still. People just perma cope that this champ is weak. But the only reason it's weak because they're fucking bad at the game, let's be honest. Lissandra, good neutralizing pick, A tier also, especially with Maligma. I wouldn't consider her S tier, but she's like neutralizing pick. Luke's B tier, trash champ for nerds. Alsa is a neutralizing pick, but it's shit neutralizing pick, so B tier also. Actually Malsa is like C tier, there's no way it's B tier. Orianna, as per usual, classic. Pick and ban in pro play no matter what. Why? Because it just auto-wins lane no matter what you do. Like you can play against anything, you just win lane. What is this guy type? Hey Yamato, first time viewer here. I was wondering if you have AIDS. Naafiri, we all know why. Worst champ in the game still, until they buff their Q. Nico, another S tier champ, they will just auto-win you lane no matter what you do. You can legit hard int and miss everything and you will still fist. Like I would still consider Karma better and Az's best champ, but I think Nico is easier to play than Orianna, so. Lucian, actually Lucian is good mid laner right now. I would also put him as. I would still put him behind all them though. Pantheon, good neutralizing pick again, and Perma Rome, cringe champion as per usual. Qiyana is actually pretty decent. I would also put her A, but I would put her like somewhere here. You actually need to be OTP to make this champ work. If you're actually pretty good on Qiyana and you're like crazy OTP, it's for sure like S tier. But I would put it ahead of Qiyana, Katarina, if you like OTP. But I would still put this like below everything here. The only shit thing about Qiyana now is like the walls. Like the walls, like her ult is so useless. Like it's just so useless. Ryze, surprisingly bad still. Even though every item on Ryze should be theoretically speaking good, and especially AP wise. Ryze can get like 1.5k AP, but he's still just too useless compared to anything else. He's just too slow paced this champ, if you don't play like top level. Talon, S, but I would still consider him lower S though, compared to anything else. I would even consider him weaker than Keta, and weaker than Qiyana at this point. Why? Talon doesn't scale anymore. You auto-lose late game. The moment it goes to 30 minutes, you just auto-lose. But mid-game it's probably like the strongest though. Mid-game is probably the strongest. Silas like A. Holy shit, do I need to disable it or what? Syndra surprisingly weak, which is finally happening. But only because crew reduction. That champ requires too much crew reduction to be playable. Like she still outscales everything in the game obviously, but like her early and mid game is too fucking bad. Talia! Solid A around here I would say. It's not too bad but not too OP also. Oh, Tristana mid, please do not gangplank yourself if you played Tristana mid. And it's still OP as fuck because there's no counterplay except maybe like Nico or Karma. You just need to play a neutralizer against Tristana mid or you just get fucking turbo cancer. Like it's so nice. I think she's even better in action. She's just a better action because you can actually push Twisted Fate. Cancer broken. It's like legit like better than Cork even. It's legit here, but only APTF. ADTF is actually, like if you play ADTF, you actually need hands. Because that champ actually requires you to know what you're doing. But APTF, holy shit, you win early game because of outside reset on your W. You deal crazy damage, you wave clear, level 7, full, just like that. And then you have insane damage, Lich Bane, Rod of Ages, tanky as fuck. And you control the entire map. 60% win rate champion, by the way, right now. Unironically, look it up. Look it up. 60% win rate champion right now. AP Twisted Fate. I think that's it. That's actually might be it. Actually, I might actually consider Huvai. Just give him another month. This champion will be so broken. I can already smell it. And then I have to put Silas A tier, S tier also, but he's probably at the lower end. Vladimir is kinda OP also. I would even put him here. We know why. Actually, he's probably better than Akali because he's easier to play. Victor, dog shit. B tier. Probably worse than Kassadin. Weigel, dog shit. Actually, he's C tier. Yasuo, Yon. I think Yasuo is pretty good at the moment, and I think every LTP proves it. He's not S tier, but he's definitely there. And Yon is probably better anyway. I would still not put. I would put Yon if it was top lane. He would be S tier. But mid lane, there's still too much neutralizing stuff for Yon to be that OP. Like he's still Yon. It's still Yon anyway. Velkots, B tier. Actually, I don't even think he's that bad. I would put him A tier. Vex, /B tier. Vex is a neutralizing pick, and not even in the neutralizing picks she wins. Zed is decent, but he's definitely under them though. I'll put him here. You need to be OTP also for that to work. If you actually OTP and you're crazy correct at the game, then it's A tier champ. Anything else? Zeroth. I don't think he's that bad. I'll put him like here. Probably better than Syndra. I mean, yeah, I have to put Akali Z here also, let's be honest. Akali not in Z tier is criminal. Zoe is also like A tier, but I wouldn't consider her that good. She's just OP in lane, but afterwards it's actually pretty bad. Cillian. That's just another neutralizer pick. What is Cillian? You just pick this champ to like give your enemy cancer. I would put him like here. Like if you like know what you're doing and you're not inting, it's probably one of the better neutralizing picks. And I think that's it. I close my eyes on the peanut bunny. I feel like I'm dying. Close my eyes and I'm flying.